The operating budget that we moved off the floor have got a number of issues with them. First of all, on the negotiated contracts for state employees and others, what the GOP did has been called into question about the legality of what they did, because in essence they negate the contracts and say, okay, here's a lower pool of money and you're going to get so much boost. According to state law, that is not appropriate. So that is going to have to be negotiated out. I will be striving for just acceptance of the contracts and moving forward. There was other things. They've swept every bit of money they could out of agencies. Unfortunately, they just left enough money to survive. There are a couple agencies that basically their hands are going to be tied because they took so much money away from them. And that's no way to fund a budget. And they've done a number of other things that just aren't appropriate. We need to enhance revenue so that we can fully fund education the way it's supposed to be. Higher education, they put a cap on how much tuition. Now, you know, on the surface, that sounds good, but they didn't identify a revenue source. So consequently, it would have to be taken from other places. They took money out of the capital fund. The capital fund is projects, jobs that are important to the state of Washington, and they swept that. And so we need to negotiate and get that money back. It's so stressful on a number of the things that they did. We tried to pass a number of amendments. As everybody heard, we were working till 4 a.m. Friday. We tried to get some meaningful amendments, and they only passed one, which was at the end, but it wasn't a significant of a budget change. So it almost was a token passage of a Democratic amendment. So we have a lot of work to do. Am I confident that we can finish on time? Right now, no, because the other side is not willing to enhance revenue, and that's going to be a problem. Funding, like I said earlier, funding out of sweeping agency monies, the MACA account. What little money there was in there, they swept that, and that is already an over-appropriated account. And so those are for environmental cleanups that a lot of our local governments are counting on to clean up some environmental issues in their districts, and they really need that money. So that's an overall problem. The capital budget was introduced yesterday, and we'll be working on that coming out of committee today. Then we'll vote on it in the next couple days. That has some issues because there's not enough money in there for school construction. So we need some money in the clean energy account, and there's no money there. So we need to negotiate and make some changes in order to make the capital budget work. But we have to get the money back out of the operating budget to make the capital budget work. Those are our challenges. We'll continue to work them to get a satisfactory budget out, at least a budget where I can hold my nose and say yes. But that's our challenge over the next 3-4 weeks in our effort to try to get out of here on time. But time's running short, and we gotta get some reasonable solutions to the problems that we have in the budget.